Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Zaid here with another episode of Zaids Experience. So, let me get this. So I decided to switch up things a little bit today because there's been construction in my house, and so there's been a lot of movement, there's been a lot of raucous around there, a lot of stuff happening, and so I can't film anything. So I decided to switch it up a little bit. Came over here to Cafe Moto. As you guys know, I love this place. Great coffee, great looking location, and we're out in beautiful San Diego, so what can possibly go wrong? But for today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things that I've been after. So as I told you guys on my last video, was that I was gonna decide to start running again. And so I did. I started to run at 4:30 in the mornings every day, and then on the afternoons from 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock. Somewhere in between there was the usual time in the afternoon. And I've been running every day now 2.5 miles per session. So in the morning it's 2.5 miles, and then in the afternoon it's 2.5 miles. So for a total of 5 miles per day. So I did that. I started 2 weeks ago, and for the first week I was kind of trying myself out. I wasn't waking up in the mornings, but I was definitely doing at least 2.5 miles every week. But this past week was officially the first week that I started doing the 2.5 miles every day. But this past week was the first week where I started to do the 2.5 miles in the morning and 2.5 miles in the afternoon. And so far, everything's been going good. My knee hasn't been acting up at all, and I've been pretty good about getting up every day in the morning at 4:30. It's not that hard for me, to be honest. I usually wake up every day at 5 in the morning to go to work. Getting up at 4:30 is just 30-minute difference. It wasn't that big of a thing for me. I've been posting videos every single day of my morning run on Instagram. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, my Instagram will be down in the description. Also, I've been using my Bebo Barefoot shoes, and I'm loving them. They're awesome. With those Bebo Barefoot shoes, it feels like my calves are on overdrive all the time. They're just working since I'm in the front part of my foot all the time. So my calves are starting to get huge pretty quick. So that's an extra plus that I wasn't expecting at all. It's a pretty good positive in my opinion. But all has been well with the running and everything. 5 miles a day. I did 5 days this week, so that was 25 miles. And today I woke up, I did my run. Today's Monday, the time I'm recording this, it was a Monday. And this week we're bumping it up to 3 miles in the morning and 3 miles in the afternoon. And there wasn't a big change at all. It felt pretty good. I felt pretty decent. It just took me like 5 extra minutes to get that 0.5 miles in. As I said, I used to run quite a bit back in my high school days just to get all the chubs off, and it was remarkable how fast all that started to come back. I've always been pretty good at long distance running, even though I hated it. I was actually pretty good. It just feels natural to me. It feels like something that I'm really good at. But all that aside, one of the main reasons why I decided to do this update was first off to let you know how things are going. And for all the people who are following me on Instagram, start following me. Thank you very much, appreciate it. But there's been a little bit of a conflict with this carnivore diet and the running that's been happening. Ever since November, when I kind of officially finished the completely 90 days of clean carnivore with no cheat meals, no nothing, I haven't been eating much carbs at all. I've been pretty good about maybe eating a set of carbs, maybe like, I think I've had actually a total of like 3 cheat meals ever since Thanksgiving. So everything's been pretty decent. I've also been doing intermittent fasting along with everything, and everything's been pretty good. I've been doing my regular exercising, I've been doing my normal workload, and I feel pretty fine. And I feel that my stomach has adjusted to the schedule that I've placed on it pretty well. So I eat from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's my normal feeding window time. And then the rest of the day I fast. So it's an 8-hour feeding window with a 16-hour fast. That's been my regular day since then. So I immediately noticed the change when I first started running 2 weeks ago. I didn't pay much attention to it, and so I kept on going. But this past week was insane. On my first run in the morning on Monday, right after I finished, my stomach was growling. I didn't feel weak during the run or anything like that, but it was just asking me for food like crazy. And it wasn't the regular like kind of craving for food. It was like like a hunger thing, like I gotta go eat something. If I saw a cow going down the street or something, it would have been bye-bye for the cow. It wouldn't have been good. So for that Monday morning, I decided to ignore it, and I said, well, I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna go through this day and see what happens. Around 11 o'clock, I was literally waiting for 11 o'clock to go ahead and eat. Before, I was just staring at the clock. It was ridiculous. I was like, okay, 11 o'clock's here, and eat. And I started eating like crazy. And then it came around 3 o'clock when I did my second run. Right after that run, same thing. Stomach just started just asking me for food. And so I said, you know what? Well, we are running in the morning. We are working in the morning as well. And then in the afternoon, we're running some more, and we're finishing off with a workout. So it's no wonder why my body's asking me for more food. My body's just wanting to fuel me properly. That's all it wants. So I started to take off intermittent fasting. I just started to see that it wasn't helping me out. By the second day, I was so hungry, it got ridiculous. So by Wednesday, I took out fasting completely out of the equation. It was not gonna cope. So what I decided to do is, right after the run in the morning, I started to make breakfast, and I just started eating it. I just started scarfing food down, and then around 11 o'clock, my stomach got hungry again, and again, more meat, more food. Right after my workout, once again, some food. So I've been eating 3 to 4 times a day every day now. So ever since I started doing that, everything's been going great now. I also went ahead and did an extra change to my diet. I started to incorporate way more fats. I started noticing that just consuming high amounts of meat wasn't gonna be enough. My body was using fats as fuel, so I needed to give it more fats. So I started to switch up my diet a little bit, and I started to incorporate more fish into it. Before, I wasn't eating as much fish throughout the week, but now I decided to really start pushing the fish. One of the main reasons was mainly for the omega content of fish is just so high. I'm gonna try to eat more shellfish. I've been eating a lot more salmon. They've been having a lot of shrimp specials lately, so guilty of shrimp. I love shrimp. What I also started doing is eating more organ meats. I started eating liver. Well, a lot more of it. Now every 2 days I've been having liver. And whenever I do liver, I do like 3 pounds of liver. So I'll go ahead and eat like 1.5 pounds of liver. And that usually gets me completely full. And it's because it's so nutrient dense, I don't require as much of it as I would probably with this piece of steak. As you guys know, organ meats have a lot of nutrients on them. They have a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals. They're pretty awesome. And the other thing that I've been trying out has been tongue. I've also been starting to eat a little bit more tongue, which is also an organ meat, and it tastes awesome. However, I have a little bit of a harder time eating tongue if it doesn't have anything. I usually eat tongue with like a salsa of some kind, but lately I've just been eating it with peppers, like just a couple like super dried peppers. So guilty of that completely. So all of that's been going fine. I had to up my fat intake, and I've been switching it up a little bit more fats than protein kind of ratio, and that's been working pretty well for me. Until today though. Today was the first day, like I said, that I tried. So today I did 3 miles earlier today in the morning, and I just finished doing my 3 miles right now in the afternoon. And today I felt a little weaker than normal. It was a little bit harder to get by today's workout. And this is coming right after a weekend. Today's Monday. So last week I did Monday through Friday. That's when I was running 2 sessions, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, working out only on the afternoon, and my regular work days. Cool. Saturdays, I only ran for 45 minutes on the afternoon, and that was it. And it was super light pace, and it was like 5 miles. So did that. But Sunday was a complete day off. So on Saturday, the only thing I did was I ran 30 minutes in the afternoon, and I didn't work out at the gym at all. So that's all I did. That way I could give my body a little bit more time to recover. And on Sunday, I took the day off completely. I just walked quite a bit, and that was all. So today I should have felt pretty good or a lot more recovered. And I did feel recovered, but it just felt harder to push. So I'm gonna keep on observing this trend. So what I think I'm gonna start doing is I'm just gonna start eating more organ meats on the daily, and that should hopefully help out. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, this coffee is really good. Rafa Rafa's one of the baristas here at Cafe Moto. He's great at doing this. Props, Rafa. Then the second thing that I kind of wanted to report to you guys. So as I've told you in the previous video, guys, I've been more and more conscious about where I've been getting my meat, and it's starting to really, I guess, get to me. I've been trying to buy more locally. I've been trying to buy locally sourced meats a lot better. Farms that raise their stuff ethically, you know, it's becoming more of a thing for me. I'm really starting to think about it a lot more. I don't take for granted that I'm getting 3 pounds of liver for like 3 days worth of food, you know? It's quite amazing when you think about it. And so I think I wanted to try something different out, and I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. I think I might start hunting for my meat. I know it's kind of heavy and it's a little far-fetched, and a lot of people might cringe when they hear that. Well, why do you want to hunt? Why do you want to go ahead and do that? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and I'm going to leave that for a completely different video. But I wanted to see if you guys wanted to see a little bit more content in regards to that. One of my main ideas was to go get fitted for a bow here at the local archery shop. There's actually a pretty good one here in San Diego. I wanted to record how I was going to get fitted for that bow, because it is a little bit of a process how they have to move the pressure of the bow and everything. But I first wanted to run it by you guys and see what you guys thought about it. So please go ahead and leave a couple of comments down there to see if you guys want to see a little bit more on that. If so, what I'd probably be doing is I'd probably be taking some classes on archery, recording all that, showing you guys how it works, showing you guys the whole process of getting fitted for a bow. And down here, Performance Archery, they are pretty good. From what I've understood, they're like top 5 nationwide, so that says something. And for me, it almost feels like the next logical step. That way I can go ahead and provide for myself and for my family. So let me know what you guys think about it. As I said, please go ahead and leave a comment down there, and I'll be sure to read it. Also, if you guys have any recommendations, if you guys have been doing carnivore but while running or anything like that, please let me know what your experience has been. If you had to tweak anything, if you guys had to like ingest any more carbs, like let's say 15-20 grams of carbs a day, and if so, what did you use? If you used white rice, if you used yams, what is it that you used? I've had a couple of friends of mine tell me that it might not be a bad idea to maybe eat some carbs, and if so, yams and white rice are usually like the go-to staples, just because they are a lot less prone to inflame you. And I have noticed that with white rice. White rice for me was the one thing that kind of didn't make my stomach bloat on the daily, especially on my last days of kind of like doing CrossFit. It really helped out. Rice was like the one thing that really helped out. But other than that, there was a lot of inflammation happening with other sets of carbs. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, and make sure to leave a comment down there. So once again, guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Zaids Experience. Please go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe. Drop a couple of lines down there. Hit that notification bell, that way you guys get notified every time I come up with a new video. Again, I come up with a new video every week, so make sure to stay in tune, guys. Also, guys, I really appreciate all the comments that I get on this daily. Some of your guys' comments are super constructive, and you guys even like are super informative. And please don't hesitate on putting something down there if you believe you have some information. If I might know about it, or some other person might know about it, but another person that might be reading the comments might not know about it, might have a question in regards to that. So do realize that your comments do make a difference, that whatever you post down there, if you do post something that's informative, somebody will read it and somebody might benefit from it. So your guys' contribution does make a difference. Do remember that, guys. Also, I've noticed that we've been building a little bit of a awesome community down there. The channel has been growing tremendously, and I really appreciate you guys. Every now and then we get to see a couple of crazy comments, but hate is gonna hate, right? So props to you guys. But that is it for today, guys. I'm getting out of here. Decided to get really sunny now that I'm leaving. Zaid out. Peace.